Hey, what's happening?
Hello, Rick Rozz. What's going on, man?
Not too much, man. Sorry about that. That messenger thing on that page doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
To answer, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. How you doing, man? Doing all right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I was opening up Messenger. I was looking for the phone number, and it's just natural habit. Most of the time, I use Messenger, so I just hit the thing, and I was like, oh, fuck. I'm supposed to call the number, and then I was like, okay. Got it. But
that was totally cool, man. I'm sorry about the jumping through hoops with the scheduling, but
it's all good, man. It's all good. We got you here, man. So
rock and roll.
But so yeah, man, just got done blasting the new version of Archangel, dude. What the fuck, man? That shit is fucking terrorizing, man. It sounds amazing, dude. I love it.
Oh, cool, man. Rock on, man. Yeah, hats off to Matt and Gus and Terry, for all that. You know what I mean? They put all that together. I'm just, but yeah, it's just an updated mix. It's pretty much the songs are, I'm going to say 90% like they were back then. Matt really did a lot of research with all those old demos, which he did all the work, man.
Well, so these are actually the original. It's the original tracks. They're just
totally
remixed.
Matt learned all the songs from all, and then some from the old demos. He pulled out songs. I was like, dude, really? No,
okay.
No, it was crazy, man. Hats off to Matt, and of course, Gus did a great job, and so did Terry. I was just there. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. Well,
so it's basically all the old demo tunes from 83 and 84 from Mantas and DEATH re-recorded. Yeah, it's not like the songs from then. They're now. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool because it has. Well, I mean, it has the modern fucking polish to it. Not too much, but just enough. But it still has that raw, old school feeling to it. It's like a modern sounding demo. Well, you got to think that Mantas and DEATH stuff was recorded on a jam box, dude, outside the garage with a towel over it. You know what I mean? So hell yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, you could throw this into a playlist or something, and not tell anybody, and I don't think anybody would know that this is 2026. Like,
I do. A lot of people aren't understanding. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't heard these songs in forever. I was like, there's so much Slayer and Venom influence. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I listened to the whole thing. You haven't heard that yet, but
no, just the single that just got released, man. But yeah, as soon as I heard that, I was like, holy shit, man! Fucking I've already had Terry on the show before with for Obituary and Gus and Matt Gruesome.
No, man, I appreciate you having me. It's totally cool. But like I said, man, it's hats off to Matt for literally going down the freaking rabbit hole, as they say, to freaking learn all those old tunes,
mm-hmm.
and send me playthroughs and stuff like that so I can learn them. So. I'm a lazy bastard, but yeah, man, it's really cool. I'm stoked. It's an honor and a pleasure to be jamming with Matt and Gus and Terry, let alone, playing all the Leprosy and the Scream Bloody Gore tunes, and now doing these old demo tunes, which wasn't my idea, man. It was Matt had something he was talking to somebody else, and all of a sudden he came up with this idea. We talked about it the other day. I don't remember the cat's name, but and everybody was game, so I was like, okay, it's cool. It's all out of respect for Chuck, and Chuck and Cam. You know what I mean? Cam sang 80% of those tunes back in the day.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah,
drums.
Yeah, from the sidelines, watching you guys do the tribute shows and everything, going around and playing the old songs live and stuff, like there was a lot of rumble in the underground, people just, saying, like it would be kind of cool, like if they put out like maybe a live record or something, I don't know. I don't think anybody was really expecting this. Like it just kind of came out of left field, but at the same time, it was kind of something that I think a lot of people were hoping for. So I think I don't
know. It came out of left field for me, man.
I think it's a good thing.
It really was. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't my idea. Just all of a sudden I was like, oh, okay. No, it's killer.
And the artwork on this record too, man. That alone right there just sells it, dude. Like that's well, Dan Goldsworthy is amazing, and he is.
I'm sure Matt had something to do with the idea. That guy's really, really Matt. Like I said, once again, hats off to Matt, man. I'm not freaking kissing his ass. It's just a fact. That guy is a freaking machine.
Hell yeah.
Just like Terry Butler, and so is Gus. I mean, those guys work their asses off. I'm just chilling, man, with seven fur kids and a turtle. You know what I mean? And some mockingbird eggs out the backyard. That's all I got.
Well, tell us about your guitar, man. Like, you know, I play guitar too, so I always like to ask for all the gearheads out there. I
try to play guitar. What guitar you want to know about? I have a few, but I gave a lot of them back. Which one are you talking about, sir?
Well, I mainly wanted to ask about like your tones, man. Like, what kind of amps and pedals and shit? What are you doing, man? How do you get these sounds?
I mean, from the early days when I finally got some real equipment, I always set my settings the same, and I always use a Boss Super Overdrive. I changed over to a Mesa Boogie Grid Slammer for a little bit. I still have that, but I went back to the Overdrive because there's really not much of a difference. But something happened to the Mesa pedal, so I'm like, okay, I'll just put this away. But yeah, the settings are the same. Basically, presence all the way up on 10, treble about 2 o'clock. I totally scooped the mids 0, and then bass all the way up, and then gain all the way up, and then you dial your volume in, and then with my pedal. That's literally my settings right there, what I just told you. And I'm using Boogies and Marshalls and PVs on tour now. But I use the same thing. The only thing that's different from the tone from the Massacre from Beyond record is the BC Richards I was playing had a preamp in it, so that gave that extra sizzle that tone has. I don't have that sizzle anymore, but I still set my settings the same to whoever cares what my settings are.
I've always wondered about those little preamps that they put in those BC Riches, man, the old school ones.
Yeah, dude, that added a lot back then. It was just enough. It was extra, man. It just added. I was like, yeah, I don't get that anymore because I don't, use preamps anymore. But that's why. That's what was done on the Mac. Though the Leprosy record was different. It doesn't have that same sound. It does without the sizzle. So, yeah, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, totally, man. So what else you guys got? What do you got coming up next, man? You got tour dates or anything lined up?
We're going to Europe 2 months from, is it the 29th of July? So it's like 2 months and a few days. We go to Europe for I think it's a handful of shows, like a few weeks, handful of festivals and a couple of club dates, and then we're home for a couple of weeks, and then we're out into South America, Latin America, for all of September. Yeah. But Silvio Roca had opened the road for the second time. That guy's great. Killer stuff. And Ben Ward and Napalm Events, for the European stuff. So yeah, it's cool.
Hell yeah, man.
That's what we got, man. And then the re-recordings of the 1984 demo stuff comes out July 17th in its entirety. And I think there's going to be like 2 more singles. It's funny saying that. 2 more songs coming out over the next couple of months before July too. So there'll be like a total of 3 3 songs out for everybody to listen to, I believe, before the 17th of July.
Yeah, I was just looking at relapse.com, man. Fucking 2 of the records are already sold out. So people out there sitting on the sidelines wanting to get one, man, they better hurry up.
Well, those were limited editions, man. So
yeah.
You know what I mean? That was like, a couple of hundred here and a couple hundred there, but it's still cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, it's like, man, it's very flattering, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be part of this tribute to death. The old school death, you know what I mean? All death is death, and people have their own opinions on what they like. They like the old stuff, they like the new stuff, they like all the stuff. It's an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to be doing this with Matt, Gus, and Terry, and yeah, especially at 59 years old, dude. That's the last thing I expected. Been going on for a few years, and a phone call turned into like an old school freaking reunion of cool stuff with cool people. That's pretty freaking badass, dude. That's all I have to say about that. That's a fact.
Yeah, man. And what you were saying, about the old stuff, new stuff, whatever. I like all of it, man. And to me, like, this is just another thing that you can stick in the catalog of it all. Like, it's in the multiverse of death. If that makes any sense.
No, it makes total sense. But I have to keep on saying, hats off to Matt Harvey for coming up with the idea and driving, or else it wouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Literally, seriously, dude, he went down that freaking hole and learned all those tunes, and then that's the only reason why this record's out, man.
He is badass, dude. I definitely need to get him on the show again at some point soon, man, for sure.
No, he's great, man. He's a great personality, a great showman, a great guitar player, and a really great guy, man. He's patient as unbelievable. I saw him lose his cool once, but he had all the reason in the world to lose it. Since I've known him for the past 3 or 4 years. But yeah, man, the same thing with Gus and Terry, man. I mean, they're a lot different from me, man. It's pretty cool. They have a lot more experience. I kind of like get a little, not crazy, but a little lippy here and there, but I don't mean any disrespect, and I end up apologizing, and I haven't been fired from the project yet, so I guess I'm okay.
Well, I know you've had a lengthy career, man, in death metal and all. Is there anything maybe that people, maybe not a lot of people know, like something you can tell us, from some crazy stories from the road or anything like that, something that sticks out in your mind?
There's really no crazy stuff. It's silly stuff, and I really wasn't in death metal that long, man. I mean, I did 83 and 84 with Mantas and DEATH. Then I got back into death for a year or two to do the Leprosy record, and I did the Scream Bloody Gore tour. Then I did nothing with death, and then Massacre and Mash got back together, then this, that, and the other. It was a handful of things, dude, and it's but it was pretty cool, what I mean? But no, there's no crazy stories. No, we didn't party at all, man. I party more now in my older age, sad to say, but I'm being honest. It was literally just silly shit. We would make up silly shit, silly names. Terry would freaking do these drawings of creatures, like 2 or 3 different creatures. Anyway, and we make up languages. And anyway, yeah. Chuck lighting farts in the dark in the hotel room, man. Come on, man. No, dude, I mean, I did the same thing, and then Bill Andrews was the antagonizer. He would try. Anyway, it was just like farting. It was just stupid kid shit. You know what I mean? We were kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no crazy stuff, man. We had our fun for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but it was very minimal, man. It was just like I said, we were kids in a van and then in a motorhome, and the same thing with Massacre. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, there's no crazy stuff, man. I wouldn't change a thing. It was all meant to happen for a reason, and the memories are all there. And what's cool is the people that were cool, even though some people fuck up and make stupid mistakes, it's cool when it comes back around and you're able to like make it happen again. Mm-hmm. Especially with new people that you haven't met that are really, really good at what they do, and they're actually fans of the band as well. As far as Death and whomever, talking about Matt and Gus, because those guys are amazing, man. They're super pro, super cool. Same thing with Terry. You know what I mean? I'm the freaking. I'm the lacking caboose, man. The lazy dude. But like I said, they haven't fired me yet, so I guess I'm okay for the moment. But really, there's no crazy stories, man. Just a bunch of silly shit. Chuck getting in a freaking baby crib and acting like a baby, and me taking a picture, and I have that picture still to this day. It's why was the baby crib in the hotel room? There's 4 dudes. Anyway, it's good stuff, man.
Hell yeah. All right, well, Rick, I know you're a busy guy, man, so I won't keep you long. But is there anything?
You're not keeping me. I'm not busy. It's just we're doing anyway. Yeah, we're not busy. I'm not busy at all, man.
I got you, man. But is there anything else you want to let the people know?
No, check out the new Let the Die release on Relapse Records. I don't know how to pronounce the title. Terry came up with that, which means the beginning of death, which I think is appropriate and really cool. Check that out, and for those listening in Europe and those who are listening in South America or whatever, we'll see you, this summer and then in September in South America, and whatever happens in the future, it'd be cool, man. And I appreciate your time. And yeah, man, getting the news out there.
Hell yeah, Rick. All right, well, before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag real quick?
Sure, man. What am I saying?
Whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Rick Rozz from Left to Die, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
This is Rick Rozz from Left to Die, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. All right.
All right.
That's perfect, man. All right, Rick.
Rock and roll, man.
Well, thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, what up?
Yeah, man, shoot me a link. I'll freaking post it up. Oh, totally. It's totally cool, man. I really appreciate it, man. God bless and be well.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Peace.